still clinging to that white and gold kit. The only reason you are still here is pity for your dead father. Let me give you a real lesson, weakling. Catch this if you can.
Taiga's leg swung like a piston. The ball rocketed straight at Itsuki's face. Too fast, too brutal.
I can't block it. Just soften it, please. Just soften.
The ball met his gloves and exploded backward with twice the force.
Did you see that, Okamura? The ball reversed midair. That's impossible.
What? What just happened? My gloves, they're still glowing.
Taiga didn't move. A low hum still vibrated from Itsuki's gloves. No one moved. The only sound across the silent training ground was the faint, unnatural hum of dying white gold light from Itsuki's gloves.
This can't be real. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. Father, what have I done?
Paramedics rushed Taiga away. Itsuki knelt frozen, staring at his trembling hands. Within the hour, Taiga lay in the ICU, tubes threading his motionless form, alone in the locker room. Itsuki peeled off his gloves. A dying flicker of white gold pulsed across the fabric.
I have to hide this. If the truth gets out, they'll call me a freak. Or worse.
Kamihara, what did you do to Taiga? That ball didn't just swerve, it attacked him.
I don't know what happened. It was an accident. I swear.
Itsuki's mind seized on the image of his father, the great royal keeper. He had inherited nothing but shame. Itsuki left his gloves on the bench, the white fabric still holding a ghostly heat. That night, he sat alone on a bench, overlooking the empty field, the weight of his secret pressing down.
I'll never use that power again. I'll let every ball in before I hurt anyone else.
2 days later, a new coach appeared on the sideline. Princess Sakura, with a clipboard and piercing violet eyes, observed the morning drills.
Let's see if the weakest keeper can actually stop something today. Kamihara,
just let it pass. Can't let anything glow. Can't hurt anyone again.
The ball spun toward the top corner. Itsuki sprang, deliberately late. It tucked inside the net, untouched.
Too slow, as always. You don't even qualify as a speed bump. How did you ever fool us?
His timing was off on purpose, and for a split second, his gloves flickered, just like the old reports.
Sakura circled a note on her clipboard. That faltering glow matched descriptions of a phenomenon she'd chased for years.
They're all staring. Even the new coach. Just act normal. No more glowing. No more accidents.
If he can control a kinetic reversal, then the phantom shot that ended my career might finally have a face.
She decided to watch him closely. The boy was a puzzle she intended to solve, no matter how deeply she had to cut. That evening, the training ground emptied. Only Coach Okamura, a hooded striker, and Itsuki remained.
One shot, Kamihara. Don't hold back. I need to see your real reflexes.
The striker's leg blurred. The ball flew at Itsuki's face with killing intent.
No choice. My body is moving. I can't stop it.
White gold light flared. The ball reversed trajectory, crashing into the striker with a wet crack.
Another one. How many will I destroy before this curse ends?
When the ambulance left, Itsuki fled to the locker room. But a firm hand stopped the door from closing.
I know what you are. That power. It's the same as the phantom shot that retired me. Look at my ankle, this scar. It came from a deflection just like yours. It shattered my career.
She's lived this nightmare too. But can I trust her? Or is she just hunting for answers?
When you deflect a shot, the kinetic energy reverses into the kicker. The injury is delayed but permanent.
She described her own phantom strike, a silent snap that ended her career without warning.
So every save I've made, I've been crippling them slowly. How many lives?
A hidden faction of victims calls themselves the Retaliation Circle. They've been hunting for someone like you.
Master Joji, their leader, believes the power can be aimed. He wants revenge.
They want to use you to destroy their enemies. but you'd become a weapon of mass injury.
They want to weaponize what I've been doing accidentally. I am already a monster.
A secret faction and a hidden power. Kamehara is a walking scandal. If I expose him, he's finished.
I haven't chosen a side yet, but keep this between us. There are ears everywhere.
Within the crumbling indoor pitch, the retaliation circle gathered. Master Joji's cane tapped a slow, ominous rhythm.
Show them the miracle. The volunteer has been waiting to feel the reverse blow.
A gaunt man stepped forward and fired. Itsuki's body moved on instinct, white gold igniting against his will. The ball reversed with a shriek, crumpling the volunteer. His ribs snapped like dry twigs.
Do you see, Kamihara? Taiga's nerve endings are already dead. Your soft hands are a slow execution at the Royal Cup. You will face Riko Kiryu. You will make her final shot her last, or we make you famous.
I won't be your weapon. I'd rather rot than cripple another person on purpose.
Then every newspaper will learn how 12 athletes' careers mysteriously ended after crossing you.
Across town, Kazuya cornered a hospital clerk. A thick envelope exchanged hands.
Kinetic trauma. 12 cases. All linked to Kamihara. He's not a keeper. He's a serial crippler.
That night, Sakura led Itsuki to a moonlit riverbank far from the Academy's prying eyes.
I have to show you the full truth. Every save you've made leaves a fracture that never heals. I've compiled medical records. 12 strikers you've faced. Each now carries a phantom injury.
12. I did that. Without ever meaning to. How can I call myself a keeper?
I joined the retaliation circle for revenge. But watching you, you are not a monster. You are a prisoner too.
Then what am I? If I don't obey, Joji destroys me. If I do, I become everything I despise.
We'll fight them together. I'll protect you, even if it means turning against the circle.
She stepped in, cupped his face with both hands, and pressed a gentle kiss to his forehead, a vow sealed under moonlight.
For the first time, someone sees the wreckage and still chooses to stand beside me.
They stood in silence as the river whispered below. The night held its breath. The real battle had only just begun. By morning, Kazuya stood before the Academy board, a dossier of medical records in hand. The air smelled of gunpowder.
Proof Kamihara's saves cause irreversible nerve damage. He's a hazard. Expel him now.
Expel him. This is a national asset. He'll play the Royal Cup under our supervision, weapon or not.
Itsuki opened his dorm door to find a royal summons. Participation was no longer optional.
They think they can control me? They're handing me to the wolves, and I can't refuse.
Before Itsuki could process, Master Joji's shadow fell over him in the corridor. The cane tapped once.
The board thinks they can use you. But remember, if Riko walks off unharmed, your crimes go public.
You are using him as a puppet, Joji. I won't let you destroy him for your revenge.
That evening, they sat on the Academy rooftop as the sun bled into the horizon. No words could lift the weight.
Whichever path I choose, I am already damned, but at least I won't face it alone.
The Royal Cup Stadium roared under a canopy of fireworks. 50,000 souls packed the stands. Inside the dim locker room, Itsuki stared at his gloves as white gold energy pulsed weakly across the seams. Sakura entered without a word and knelt before him, pressing a beaded bracelet into his palm.
This bracelet was on my wrist the day my career ended. I want you to have it.
When the teams marched onto the pitch, Riko Kiryu led the opposition like a predator surveying prey.
She's staring right through me. It's like she already knows what I can do.
Early pressure forced Itsuki into a diving fingertip save. He caught it cleanly, no glow. But moments later, Riko slid through their midfielder with a crunch that silenced the nearest section.
She's testing me, injuring my teammates to force a reaction. I can't let the glow show.
The referee waved play on. The crowd erupted in fury, but Itsuki only felt the cold weight of the bracelet against his chest. The midfielder's shot screamed toward the top corner. Itsuki's hand moved before thought. White light flickered. The ball reversed. The midfielder collapsed mid-stride, clutching his knee with a strangled cry.
So that's the reverse save. He fights it, but the monster always breaks free.
Halftime. The tunnel swallowed both teams in shadow. A cold hand caught Itsuki's wrist.
I watched that injury ruin my father's life. Now, I'll make you watch it ruin yours. At the penalty, you won't hold back. You'll cripple me, or I'll make you wish you had.
Second half. Riko drove past defenders like a scythe, hammering shots at Itsuki with brutal precision.
I can't stop her without the reverse, but if I deflect, she gets exactly what she wants.
The game ground into a stalemate. Bruised and gasping, both sides awaited the final crack. The stadium clock ticked past the 88th minute. The air grew thin. Every soul knew the penalty was coming. In the 89th minute, a desperate clearance ricocheted off a defender's arm. The referee's whistle pierced the roar. Penalty. The spot became a stage, and Riko Kiryu claimed it without a glance at the writhing player. Itsuki dragged himself to the line, his gloves already leaking wisps of white gold against his will.
If I save, I prove I am a monster. If I let it in, I am exposed as one.
Every deflection you've ever made scarred a kicker. You've already ruined dozens. I know you won't use it on me. You are too weak. But if you do, you become what you despise.
On the sideline, Sakura pressed her fist to her mouth, tears slipping through her fingers. The stadium fell into a breathless void. The referee raised the whistle to his lips.
I won't let them decide who I am. Not Joji. Not Riko. This is my choice.
The whistle split the world. Riko's leg drew back, and the universe narrowed to a single flash of leather. Riko's run-up stretched into an eternity. Ghosts of shattered careers flickered behind Itsuki's eyes.
They all trusted their legs, and I broke them without ever meaning to.
A terrible white gold glare erupted from his gloves. The crowd shrieked, expecting the reverse save. But at the last heartbeat, Itsuki let his arms fall. The light died like a snuffed candle. He dove the wrong way. The ball screamed past him and kissed the back of the net. Riko's triumph froze on her face. She had braced for the impact that never came.
I couldn't. Not again. I won't be the monster they want.
Sakura tore across the pitch through the chaos. The bracelet still looped around her wrist.
You did it. You chose yourself. I am so proud of you.
The stadium roared for the winners, but those who knew the truth fell into a heavy, awed silence. Through celebrating players, Riko walked to Itsuki, and Sakura, her face unreadable.
My father was the striker who broke your ankle, Sakura. But a reverse save shattered his mind first. He came home screaming. The man who crippled you was born from a phantom shot. I hoped you'd use your power on me, but you chose to lose. You broke the chain.
She walked away, her fury dissolved. The cycle had been shattered, not by force, but by surrender. On the sideline, Kazuya watched. The malice in his eyes flickered, uncertain.
He sacrificed the final to protect her. After everything she did, what does that make me?
In the VIP box, Master Joji rose. His cane split the marble. Without a word, he exited into the dark. The circle had lost its weapon, but its leader's silence was not the end. It was a promise. Sakura helped Itsuki stand. They stood on the scarred pitch, invisible survivors of a war only they understood. The next morning, the Academy's disciplinary board assembled in a cold, bright office.
Kamihara, you deliberately let that penalty in. You threw the Royal Cup final. Explain yourself.
He didn't throw anything. He refused to become a weapon. Here is the medical proof of what his saves do.
She spread the files across the desk. 12 strikers, 12 phantom injuries. The room went silent.
If this gets out, the Academy is finished. We need a quiet separation. No charges, no publicity.
I accept. My time and goal is over.
He lifted his white and gold jersey and laid it gently on the desk. The fabric no longer held any glow.
I've already resigned my consultant post. I want you to have this instead.
She pressed a small laminated badge into his hand. Assistant coach. The letters caught the light.
So this is what comes next. Not a keeper, but a teacher. Maybe it's enough.
Itsuki packed his few belongings. A folded paper lay on the floor, pushed under the door during the hearing. The message was brief, written in a sharp, ancient script. The world isn't done with you yet.
The circle, no doubt. But I won't let them decide my future anymore.
An hour later, he met Sakura at the hospital. Taiga was awake, propped against pillows.
I never meant for any of this. I am so sorry.
I read the reports. You didn't know, and you chose not to become a monster. That's more than I can say for a lot of people.
They left as the sun began its descent. The train station was only a short walk away. Sakura carried their tickets. The city sounds faded behind them, replaced by a shared quiet. Itsuki took her hand. His fingers, bare and warm, held no trace of white gold, only the steady pulse of a new beginning. The station platform hummed with evening travelers. But for Itsuki and Sakura, the world had shrunk to a shared breath.
No crowds, no scouts, no Joji. Just the two of us.
For now. But remember the note. They haven't given up. Neither have I.
They boarded the train hand in hand, choosing a compartment near the window. As the train pulled away, Itsuki pressed his palm to the cold glass, watching the academy spires shrink.
That place nearly made me a monster. But I walked away. We walked away.
His bare hand rested on his knee. No gloves, no hidden light. Just still, ordinary fingers. Sakura leaned her head against his shoulder. And for the first time, the silence felt like rest, not waiting. Outside, the countryside blurred into dark fields. But inside, a small, steady warmth refused to fade. The assistant coach badge lay on the seat between them, catching the last glow of the station lights before they vanished into the tunnel ahead. The train slowed into a rural station, its lights cutting through the deep night. Only a single lamp flickered on the platform. Two men in long black coats stepped aboard and took the seats across the aisle, their eyes never leaving. Itsuki.
They're circle agents. Don't make any sudden moves.
One agent silently extended a phone. The voice that crackled through was cold and unmistakable.
You thought you could run, Kamihara. Your debt isn't paid. You'll get off at the next stop, refuse, and the world sees every medical file. The Academy's cover-up crumbles, and everyone you tried to protect goes down with you.
If I go, I save them all. If I stay, I destroy everything we just built. I'll get off. Take the badge and keep going. Don't follow me. I'll find my way back.
The train braked. Itsuki stood, his shadow falling over the agents. He walked to the door without looking back. The doors hissed open onto a pitch-black platform. He stepped out alone, Sakura's tear-streaked reflection frozen in the glass before it slid shut. The agents led Itsuki to a black sedan. The crumbling factory loomed ahead, broken windows like vacant eyes.
I gave you a simple task. Retire one striker. Instead, you lost a final and ran. But you are too valuable to waste. A new volunteer has been chosen. Deflect his shot and your debt is settled. Refuse, and every scandal breaks by dawn.
Another child. Another career I'm supposed to shatter. If I do it, I lose myself forever. But if I refuse, Sakura and Taiga will be exposed. Everyone I tried to protect will be punished. Number. My hands will never glow again. Not for you. Release the files. I don't care anymore.
Before Joji could respond, the main door crashed inward. Sakura, Kazuya, and Coach Hiroto stormed in, backed by League investigators.
We've traced your files, Joji. The League knows about phantom shots. Your circle is finished.
Joji was led away, his cane clattering to the floor. The shadow of the circle dissolved under the floodlights. Sakura reached for Itsuki's hand. The weight that had crushed him for months finally lifted. For now, they could breathe. Within days, the League held a press conference. Phantom shots were officially recognized, and Itsuki Kamihara was cleared of all wrongdoing.
They offered me reinstatement, but I can't go back. The Goalmouth holds too many ghosts.
He formally declined. Instead, he asked for a place to teach.
Our new clinic for youth focuses on kinetic trauma prevention. It's a way to heal, not hurt.
Kazuya, now a board member, fully funded the program. It's the least I can do, after everything. Riko Kiryu retired. She sent a single line. My father would have wanted this. Taiga, walking with a cane, visited the clinic on opening day. He shook Itsuki's hand without flinching. Itsuki took the hand. No gloves, no light. Just the steady grip of a man who had finally found his peace. On the sidelines, Sakura watched, the assistant coach badge gleaming on Itsuki's chest as he taught the young keepers. He was the world's weakest keeper, but by letting the ball in, he had become the strongest of them all. The clinic's first week drew young keepers from across the country, each wearing the same nervous hope Itsuki once carried.
Don't fear the ball. Your job isn't to break the striker. It's to protect the goal and everyone on the field.
He's teaching them to value life over victory. That's a legacy stronger than any save. You've changed a lot of minds, Itsuki. Even the board calls your method preventive ethics now.
I am just doing what feels human. No glow, no tricks. Just reminding them that football isn't war.
He glanced down at his bare hands. Not a flicker of white gold remained. The power had faded months ago.
Maybe it was never a curse, just a test to see if I'd choose to be human.
That evening, he sat on the old bench overlooking the empty field. The stars emerged, quiet and unafraid.
Father, I am not a keeper anymore. But maybe I finally understand what you meant about protecting the game.
Sakura appeared at the edge of the light, her auburn hair catching the breeze. She didn't speak, just sat beside him. The breeze stirred the grass around them. The field, once a battleground, now held nothing but silence and starlight.
You know, some nights I still feel the phantom pain in my ankle, but now it reminds me that I survived.
I used to think my father's legacy was a weight. But maybe it was just a reminder to protect people. I'll never be a world-class keeper, but I think I am okay with that.
You became something better, the world's strongest person.
She intertwined her fingers with his. No white gold, no phantom energy. Just the quiet warmth of two people who had chosen each other. A shooting star traced the sky. Neither of them wished. They had everything they needed right there.
Maybe my father is watching. Maybe he's proud. I'll never know, but tonight, it feels true.
They sat there until the first hint of dawn. Not as coach and keeper, not as princess and project. Just as Itsuki and Sakura, and the world's weakest keeper, who had once let the ball in to save a life, finally understood. Sometimes losing is the strongest win of all. 5 years later, the clinic hummed with the sound of young voices and bouncing balls. Itsuki Kamihara, now a head coach, stood at the center. Sakura managed the administrative wing, her auburn hair now pulled into a neat bun, the legacy bracelet still on her wrist. One morning, a boy with terror in his eyes arrived, the lowest reflex scores in his district, just like Itsuki once had.
When I was your age, I had the worst reflexes in academy history. I thought I was cursed, but what I thought was weakness was really a power to choose kindness over destruction. Don't fear being soft. It might save someone.
The boy's gloved hands trembled. Itsuki took them gently, turned them palms up. No light, no burn, just calm.
He became a teacher, the kind who doesn't just show technique, but shows the soul of the game.
As the boy stepped into goal, Itsuki glimpsed his own reflection in the boy's nervous eyes, the ghost of a white gold glow, now only a memory. He remembered the first ball that reversed, the scream, the guilt. But today, watching the boy laugh, the memory held no sting. The reverse save was gone, but its lesson remained, that a keeper's truest save is sometimes letting the shot through, and that power without mercy is the real curse.